Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Tonight, we're talking about the case of Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Since then, there has been no sighting of Jack or Lilly, and still yet today, we have no idea where they are. Many people believe that they simply wandered off, and many people believe that there is more to it and maybe others involved. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the stepfather. He's actually not technically the stepfather, it's the mother, Malaya Brooks Murray's boyfriend, Daniel Martell. They share a child together, a younger child together, and then they had Jack and Lilly in the home. I've spoken to a couple people in the Daniel's life in the past, and tonight we're going to be talking about some of those conversations and a lot more. Stick around on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face. They call me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's the twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me I've been whispered about and written off, judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt
Well, hello, 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 everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is December 13th, 2025. It is currently 7:50 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, my beautiful pearls. Good to see you all in chat. Thank you all so much for joining me. Before we get started, you know what I'm going to ask? You know what I'm going to ask? Before we get started in the live chat and for the replay crew, how are you? Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button one good time. Just one thumbs up would mean so much. And if you share this out, it's extra bonus points on any social media platform you choose. Just hit share, copy the link into whatever social media, and I would be eternally grateful. Good to see. Let me say hello to a few of you up in here, April D, good to see you. Susan, Sammy, Miami, how you doing? Good to see you, my dear. Forget me not, never could forget you. Esther, Mary, Nerdy, Susie to the Q, Mary, Ginger, Snaps, Nurse Sandy, you're rocking it, Justin and Pearls. You are Nurse Sandy. Good to see you, Mama CJ. 28 months, girl. Dang, you are an O to the G, Miss Sandy. Love you to pieces, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. Sasha, good to see you. Old broad, how you doing? Mima, we love Mima. YouTuber, there's our YouTuber. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you. Sassy, good to see you, dear. Coming in clutch at 4 months. Love you, Justin and Pearl, so much. I love what you're doing for goodness and people. No, you never annoy me with your emails, Sassy. I love your emails. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you very much, my love. Yes, ma'am. Good to see you. Ooh, I hope you feel better, darling. Yeah, you got something to take that blood pressure down? I hope you got some medicine. Mary, good to see you. Bo, good to see you, babe. How you doing? Butterfly, kisses, moi. Good to see you, love. Kelly Thompson, come on down. Love you, darling. Leslie, always keeping it real. And Miss Joyous in the house. Good to see you, Joyous. I emailed you earlier. I don't know if you got it or not. Mary Stevenson, thank you, baby. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you, my love. How are you doing? Good to see you, my dear. And there's our Susie Q from Canada. Good to see you, Miss Susie Q. CJ. Oh, thank you so much, CJ. Appreciate your love. Good to see you. And there's our Maurice from the land down under. Good to see you, baby. Appreciate you. CJ, Ginger, where the wind blows. How you doing? Kim, good to see you, my dear. Hello, Peggy. Broken Black Skies. Susan. Oh, you're very kind, Leslie. Thank you, honey. Good to see everyone in chat. We had Dr. Vana on last night. She was just great to have on. Really appreciated her coming up and had a really good conversation. If you didn't see that, I would highly suggest go back and watch that. Yeah, it's really good, really good. Lisa, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, love, for your super sticker, and thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family, my dear. Yeah, ice water helps. If you got some magnesium, I'm not a doctor and I can't give advice, but I can recommend magnesium. That helps a little too, but you need medicine. You need some medicine. Thank you, Miss Mary. Hey, Daff. Good to see you, love. Good to see you, my dear. Okay, so thank you, Donna. I'm sorry you're feeling a little down, but you know something, honey? The clouds don't stay out forever. Clouds don't stay out forever. Yeah, Daphne's been kicking those garlic vitamins, girl. she's been she's been spreading the gospel about those garlic vitamins. Um, my heart doctor gave me ice water there in the room. Good, good. Yeah, she is awesome, Butterfly. She really is. You'll love Dr. Vonish. Great, very down to earth and all that. So, I have been speaking to a couple of Daniel's exes. And several months ago, when I spoke to uh, I said Daniel had a girlfriend. I was the one that, broke that news. And I was like, people's like, nah, you don't got a girlfriend already. He had a girlfriend. And I spoke to a couple of Daniel's girlfriends. And, you know, uh, nobody will tell on you like your ex, right? So I am going to be showing some messages tonight from both in no specific order because when I loaded them, they all loaded wrong. But we're going to get to that. So get comfy, get you your favorite beverage, and get on the couch or wherever you are, and let's talk about it, shall we? Um, yeah, I can tell you this. First of all, what I want to say is that there have been no zero zilch nada um, named suspects or even persons of interest in the disappearance of Jack and Lily Sullivan. Did they vanish on their own accord, or is there something more to it? I don't know. But you be the judge of that. And, I need to say that before I get started. And form your own opinion, do your own research, all that jazz. But I am going to show you some messages this evening. I can tell you now that, in my opinion, and you'll see, but I do believe they have a person or persons of interest. That is my personal opinion. I do believe that they do have a person or persons of interest in this case. Why do you say that? Well, because the RCMP has spoken to them. That's why. And they had spoken to them even, fairly recently. Fairly recently. Hello, SU. Good to see you. Lolo. And all of that. So we're going to get started with it and go from there. Okay. So we might get to some of the things I was going to talk about yesterday. I didn't get to fully talk about yesterday with how Daniel likes to, in my opinion, manipulate his words and all of that. We're also going to be learning about more of alleged Daniel's sexual innuendos that, in my opinion, are extraordinarily concerning. Yeah. And one of the girlfriends, she, like I said, I had talked to her before, and it got really bad with her and Daniel. I'm happy to report that she is doing so much better now, um, and all of that. And I just wish her truly the best. Um, and she got really worried that because um, she, you know, said that Daniel was being extraordinarily uh, manipulating toward her and was threatening different things with her. And, she uh, went and got some help, the help that she needed to get, straightened out. And, uh, I just absolutely wish her the best. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well. So, some of these things I've had to blur out certain things. Um, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I promise you. Okay. The black eyes concern me. Well, yeah, Scorpio. They should. They should. Um, yeah, we'll get to some stuff. It's crazy, really crazy. All right. So here is some messages that by one of the girlfriends. Actually, hold on so I can crop. 1 second here. I forgot to put these on it. All right, here we go. Mr. Mattel says, I'll let you in on something. I've done many rugs, but my brain can handle it. There's individuals out there that get destroyed on rugs and lose their perspective on life. That lose their perspective on life. He says he can handle it. He can handle it. By this other person that I spoke to, she said, let me think about it, how she said it. Quote, he says that he has done math every day for several years, end quote. He has done math every day for several years. And also said that, how did she say it? I forgot what I was going to say. Damn, what was I going to say? Oh, that when Malaya and him got together, that she says that Malaya had no idea for the first little while that he was on the math. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Lisa, did I thank you? If I didn't, honey, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. So, yeah. Um, the one gal told me that he had, quote, done math every day for several years. And then this one told me, I'll let you in on something. This is Mr. Mathtel saying it. I've done many rugs, but my brain can handle it. There's individuals out there that get destroyed by rugs and lose their perspective on life. Oh, here, well, he says it here too, actually. Huh, I didn't even know it said that here as well. She told me the exact same thing. No, babe, I did it every day for many years. It actually says it here as well. Damn, they both corroborated that on the bottom. Isn't that interesting? Um, yeah, I mean, she figured it out. You know, Malaya figured it out pretty quickly, from what I understand. But she didn't know. She truly did not know in the beginning. She truly did know in the beginning, right? Okay, just 1 second while I fix something here. Um, they both say uh, that, in their opinion, Mr. Mathtel is a narcissist. Of course, they're not doctors, but they was with him, right? And wait till you hear some stuff here in a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mr. Mathtel says here, that's true. I don't see anyone better to die with. That felt so weird to type. What weird things you make me type, babe, but I love you. Uh, I was born crazy. You never met my family. You don't know what crazy is, Mr. Mathtel says. Okay. All right. Okay. Go to the next one, I think. 1 second. Bear with me. I need to delete something here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. She replied here, me either. He could pass, meaning a lie detector test. She says he is a psychopath type 2, in my opinion. And then she talks about Daniel talking about fisherman knots, which I didn't know what a fisherman knot was, to be quite honest with you. But apparently, the more you try to get out of a fisherman knot, the tighter it gets, which I found interesting. Daniel would talk about that a lot. And this one says he knows them all, meaning and all the waterways around there. And it's very interesting because Dr. Vana and I was talking about this last night. Daniel will only talk to people that he thinks believes him, um, or that he can manipulate. Um, there is also Daniel's also got a lot of allegedly he's got a lot of sugar mamas that fend for him and allegedly give him money and all of that. And I did find out how he bought his Escalade. You guys are going to shit when you hear it as well. But this one says, she's so smart and so are you. That's why he stays away, Daniel. And she writes, we were talking about, if Jack or Lily would have been moved. And he says, I don't think he would have moved them because he knows that people are watching him. But I don't think he would go too far either. He knows the woods and Westville really well. And this is where she talks about the knot. Daniel told me he knows a knot that gets tighter the more you try to get away. Let me see here. Then we were talking about Malaya, and I asked both of them this, and it's so interesting because many times, I would ask them similar questions, and they would tell me very similar things, right? Which, in my opinion, stacks up more. But let me see here. We're talking about Malaya, and they both kind of similar said this. I think she knows, but doesn't know details, but she must know Daniel did something. Everyone knows it. It's just a lack of proof is why he's still walking free. Yep. Yep. So there's that. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. You guys are going to flip also whenever we talk about when Daniel got physical with one of the girlfriends. And okay. This one says, I 100% think the RCMP know they just need proof, and he knows those woods so well. He could hide evidence and unfortunately remains. Okay. And if you want these messages, I can send them to you. So you don't have to screenshot them. They'd be blurry. Okay. Okay. Now, whenever his last girlfriend and him broke up, uh, she originally told the truth that Daniel did something. But then she remember she was going through a divorce and all that. This is actually a mix of both, I see you. Um, but she says he started threatening her and started saying he was going to call CPS and all of this. And then she said that she got scared and then said no, he didn't, you know, trying to get him to leave her alone. And then she went and, got some help and all that. I'm not going to say their names just for their protection. Okay. What's going on, Norbeaster? What are you talking about? What's going on? No, Sasha. This is not. This is a different case. This is a different case. Yeah, this is. We're talking about Jack and Lily's case in here. Okay. Yes, he threatened to call CPS on me and a bunch of other stuff because of, she said, stuff I made up. He didn't know anything about, her real life. But it shows what kind of person he is, especially when he feels like he's losing control of a situation. And this one's interesting. Major crimes wouldn't have come and talked to me for an hour and recorded everything if they thought he was innocent. Let me say that again. Yes, major crimes wouldn't have come and talked to me for an hour and recorded everything if they thought he was innocent.
FBI, open up! FBI, open up!
Even though it's RCMP. Now, you got to think about that. You got to think about that. Right? Think about why would, if they are not interested in Daniel, right? They're a mix, AB, but they're two of Daniel's old flings. Okay. That made me jump. You got to think about that. Why would major crimes want to speak to Daniel's exes? Kind of interesting, isn't it? Very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, please don't put any names in chats at all. Mods, delete any names. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And let me tell you, when the dogs were there, Mr. Mathtel was rattled to the fucking core. He was rattled. And I'm going to tell you how rattled in a little bit. Or I'm going to show you as well. Okay. Okay, I already did that one. Okay. Here he says, or she rather, I 1000% wish I would have never, ever met him. Both say that. Oh, yeah, just wait till I tell you how he was acting that day. Wait till I tell you how he was acting that. And I redacted a message there. He will destroy anything around him and try to make him look like the victim and throw anyone under the bus. But RCMP, in my opinion, is onto him. He even said himself that they were blaming him. So there's that one. These are out of order when I uploaded them. It's got okay. Okay. When it comes to his Escalade, one of the gals, no, Daphne, please don't put any names. Don't put any names. I'm just told him not to put any names in there. From two different girlfriends. This one, they told me it's really it really wasn't nice looking, LOL. And someone keyed it all across the side from front to back on the driver's side, LOL, after he had it for like a week. Somebody keyed his Escalade. That's okay, Daph. No problem. You wasn't here, honey. Oh, somebody keyed his freaking Escalade from front to back like a week after he had it. Which is crazy. That's crazy. I said, "Oh my god, I guess they knew it was his, LOL." And they said, "Oh, they definitely knew, LOL. I don't think he's well liked by anyone other than his family around here and girls that never met him, LOL." But makes sense. I know you wish you never met him. Okay. 1 second here. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. I have them in my phone as Martell's girlfriend 1 and 2. Okay. Here it says 100%. Yes, he made me delete every guy who wasn't family off my Facebook and made me deactivate my Instagram and made me show him all of the contacts in my phone. Both gals told me this. Both gals told me this and alleged this. Yeah. I believe, in my opinion, Malaya. Daniel says Malaya wouldn't take the kids to town because it would overwhelm her. I believe it was the opposite. I believe Daniel wouldn't allow Malaya to go to town without him. They're both before. Or no, sorry, one is before. I'll tell you later. Yeah. Okay. And I wasn't allowed to watch YouTube, LOL, but I obviously did for this one. Crazy. Absolutely insanity, if you ask me. Daniel, in my opinion, is an egotistical jerk. And both of said kind of that he thinks he's more or less the bee's knees, right? That he's the bee's knees. That he really thinks a lot of himself. And I really believe it's the math, because as I was telling you, I didn't realize one of them wrote it. But he said that he had done math every day for years. Today, I believe Daniel and Janie are protecting Malaya, and she abandoned them. I do not believe they're protecting Malaya whatsoever at all. Contrary, actually. I think Daniel has it out for Miss Malaya. I think he's on a warpath for Malaya. I think he is so fucking jealous he can't see straight right now because of Malaya and all that. So, let's see here. 1 second, y'all. How do I fix this? Okay. All right. Here, Daniel, right now, allegedly has a few girlfriends. They just said, I hope they're doing it for information, not actually to get caught in his lies. And then I asked, was he ever controlling with you? And that's when it was the messages before. And that's when she said, yes, he made me delete every guy who wasn't family off my Facebook, even, and all of that. Just wait. Okay. Look at this one. This is actual messages from the math tell himself. Hell no. Let me tell you something. Nobody has ever looked at my phone. And I've never looked at anybody else's either. If you got to be freaking jealous like that, hang it up. Here, Mr. Mattel says, no. I messaged a retired police officer and said my biggest supporter is the one I don't mention, meaning you. Babe, most people are not intelligent. When you have money and you get an education, and poof, just like that, a dummy turns into an educated dummy. Babe, I really hope you're not watching anything online about me. Very interesting. Really? Babe. Who doesn't want Daniel to call him babe? You know what I mean? Mr. Mattel. Right there she is. Here's Janie coming out of her trailer. This is an actual picture of Janie coming out of her trailer. This was Janie giving me the stink eye when I was checking out at the Dollarama with nothing but lube and Reese cups the other day. That was her. That's an actual picture of Janie judging me. Guess what? I don't fucking care. I don't give one iota of a fuck. Okay. Okay. Let me see her. Okay. This one's an interesting one. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Okay. I'm telling you, it must be Barber. This is Mr. Mattel saying, you get to see me tomorrow. Then you get to lay beside me as much as you like as I feel you up and touch and kiss you. This case could be over soon. Malaya just slipped up and told a lady that she knows where the kids are. I just got off the phone with the lead major crimes investigator and told them Malaya effed over my life, so I'll do whatever it takes to see her in prison. You're the only true person since the disappearance that came into my life, and I'm thankful for. I had to install my aunt's internet. That's why no message earlier. And yes, I know how to do a little of, and it's cut off there. And then he says, no, I messaged a retired police officer and said my biggest supporter is the one I don't mention, meaning you. What does that mean? install his aunt's what does that mean? It really is. I agree, and I think they should probably question him about that. You know? Who's his fucking aunt? Number one. And does she look like Janie? So that part was weird to me. And it just says, Malaya effed over my life, so I'll do whatever it takes to see her in prison. Now, interesting, his Aunt Kent's mom. Yeah, I agree with that. Justin, it's an excuse to cover not messaging her earlier, saying he was doing something for his aunt, as he will have been talking to other women more than likely. Yeah. Exactly. He would both. You know what's very interesting? You know how what's Malaya's stepdad's name? I can never think of his name. What's Malaya's stepdad's name? I just can't think of it right now. Wade. You know how Wade said, that made me think when I read that, and someone in message in the chat there, how like Daniel would go out to the woods and like be gone, like it was it Easter Day or whatever. That's what Daniel would be like. He would stop talking to certain individuals that he was talking to, and he would make up like excuses to why he wasn't talking, like, oh, I'm on my, he was gone for an hour. Oh, sorry, I had to get connected to my aunt's Wi-Fi. Came out looking like death. Yeah. But AB, did you see the message earlier? He said that he has done rugs for years, and he said some people can't hold their rugs, and it just destroys their life. But Daniel says he's not one of them. Right? Oh, you got to probably rewind. It was on a text message. And both of them told me, well, in one of them, I showed you the message, that Mr. Mathtel said he has done math every day for years. There are usually 3 minimum, usually dozens, but always 3 in the past that can go back to 1 in present and 1 in working narcissist relationship. I could talk for hours about this. Yep. Yeah, that's how Daniel is. Daniel's always, he's sweet talking a lot of these ladies online, and they send him money, allegedly. Okay. So it's going to get bad here in just a minute, even worse. I gotta make sure. Okay. Now, you guys remember, I gotta take out a word here. You guys remember DT saying that Daniel was going, he said he wanted to R a girlfriend. This one gives me anxiety. Whew. I want to give a trigger warning out to this because if you're sensitive to these kind of things, talking about R or essay or anything, you probably should leave. Mods, how many thumbs ups do we got? How many thumbs ups do we got on both? Oh, wait, Daphne. You just freaking wait. Come on. We got 907. Let's get it up. Come on. I was up till 2:30 a.m. talking last night. Come on. Let's get it to at least 525. Come on. Let's rock and roll. That's what she said. 452. Come on. 477. 485. Squid, good to see you, baby. Once you see, that's right. Let's get it up for me. I've been talking to Brianna Friend. Who's Brianna? I know Brianna. Always very, and I can tell you both of them said unequivocally in their opinion that the family, in their opinion, would help him. Oh, that's right. Daphne, we were supposed to talk. God, we got to talk. We got to catch up. Shit. Okay, we got 540 on both channels. Cool. It was, oh my God, Leslie. McPuth Matt Dell. Yeah. Come on, let's get to 525. We need a chicken party. Thank you for liking both streams. Appreciate that. The poor girl, I don't think she unalived herself. Oh, hell no. I don't think she did either. Horse Gone Wild. Yes, she was, Carol. Trigger. Babe, tomorrow, if you fall asleep, I'm just going to have my way with you. Sweet dreams, babe. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to see you. One more letter. Inside you tomorrow after R-ing you. So I'll be riding your clothes off and forcing your legs apart to buy my hard COC inside. If you scream or beg me to stop, I'm going to FUCK you harder. both said that he was very rough with them, and not in, there's, it can get a little rowdy in the bedroom, right? But this is not really caring so much about how the other person feels. Right? I know. But very self-serving. Only self-serving, AB. Yeah. So, I believe, Daniel, you're going to be the giver, shall we say, up in the clink with Bubba. And in my opinion, you might see you saying, perhaps, allegedly, no one day, and they won't stop either. Yeah. What's her name? Chapel Roan sings "Baby, I'm the Giver." Daniel's gonna be the receiver. He said stuff like that a lot, and I just wrote, "Holy fuck." I love you, sexy. Come down whenever. Just message me. There is no being told no, whipping the clink. Yeah. Can you believe? You know what's just surprising to me is how does, like, I don't care if you're gay or straight or bi or tri or what the hell ever you are. Nobody thinks those words right there are sexy. Nobody thinks that's sexy. That's just not sexy at all. Even if you say stop, I'm going to give it harder. So, yeah. And Daniel said this a lot. There's a lot of stuff. That's all I can say. There's a lot of stuff. Give me 1 second. Again, they both say he really thinks he's the best person ever and can manipulate everyone. I think he might think that, but then he doesn't think, but he's still not stupid enough, in my opinion, to talk to those who doesn't buy his bullshit. Right? Who doesn't buy his bullshit. Okay. All right, let me Say this one. All right, here we go. Well, just fine, Ariel. Just fine. He shows it just fine. Hey, Holly. Good to see you very much, honey. Makes me wonder about Lily. Mm-hmm. Me too. Me too. Harry says, good answer, babe. I'll tell you something. I got more people asking if I have a girlfriend. I say no. I know I lied. I don't like lying, but I want you to live a normal life as much as possible before you become the center of attention. You're so fucking shady, calculated, sadistic, repulsive. You're going to be put all over the internet. People will probably make up lies saying that you took the kids and all of that stuff. But in reality, I don't care what people think because I love just being ourselves. I like being seen with you in public because I love you and that's what's important. I lied for you, not for me. Ruby, you better go back on this one. Well, I mean, both of them think that more or less that in their opinion, knowing Mr. Math tell, that they believe he went off on one of his little tangents, one of his little psycho binges, and he flipped out. They both said that they bet he used that night and that he snapped. Lied about having, if there was another woman in his life. Because Daniel's always talking to women who will give him money, mostly, in my opinion. Wolfie, I hope you rewind. They both said that he doesn't think it. Like when he's on it, he doesn't realize like he's, what's the word I'm looking for? Like that way. Right? That he's that way. But hold on one second. He doesn't think he's that way, but he can be very paranoid. He can especially hear, like, he hears things that's not there. many times. He'll hear things that's not there, they claim. Malaya had a bruise on her neck and down her shoulder. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Here's this one. That's called a hallucination, yes. Well, yeah, it's auditory hallucinations because of the math. Set of rules that need to be in place. Believe me, babe, women are a waste of time except the one I care about. Take a wild guess who that is. He says this to all the ladies. All of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, wait. Okay. I was just mentioning this, so I'll let you see it. What? You know how I was telling you something just a minute? Oh, shit. I was telling you something just a minute ago about what they think that he did. Let me show you this. His own kids said he abused Jack and Lily. Kids aren't going to make that up. Which we've saw those texts straight from Daniel that he said his kids outed him to CPS that he was abusive toward them. Right? What is it, Sue? Passion flower make men look bad? Daniel was not single. Trust me, Daniel's got a lot of different ladies. In my opinion, he was high Thursday night and did something he couldn't take back. I 1,000% agree with you. His family would 1,000,000,000% cover for him too. Both said this. Both said this. RCMP knows all about this. They know all about it. Gypsy, I messaged you and I emailed you back. Yeah, I think, the kids said that what they allegedly saw him do and how he treated sorry, I was reading a message. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, yeah, the kids allegedly said what Daniel did, and that he was especially, they were especially mean to Jack. That's the question. Why isn't Malaya speaking up? That's the question, right? In my opinion, it's because she can get in trouble too. But I do think Malaya is talking now. In my opinion, I do believe, in my opinion, she is talking to the RCMP. Daniel said with his own lips, the RCMP told him that we believe you did something Thursday night into the early hours, his words, of Friday morning. And two neighbors saw, or well, one heard, one seen it, heard what they believe was Daniel's car. And there was no way in hell that they could have, there was no way that they could have said that whenever they put that on the document, and then Daniel say, months later, before even the document came out, the route that he took. No, they never said they cleared anyone. They said in an effort to. An effort. I can make an effort about anything. It doesn't mean it's, successful. I do believe this case will be solved. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get everything we want out of this unless we find Jack and Lily. They're around there close. Just how close? That's the question. Okay. Okay, I kind of got to go back here so you guys can understand this a little bit more. This is going to get interesting. How many thumbs up do we got? Guys, please hit that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. He is surrounded by criminals. How could he not be one? I don't know. But there's a lot of what we would consider criminals that just haven't been caught as well, right? Thank you so much, Miss Sarah. Appreciate your support, my love. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate that very much. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Good to see you, love. Okay. All right. Here. This one says, he was mad that they questioned him and said they tried to make him admit to something. He told me the same thing he told the reporter. You could tell he was irritated. Daniel not only by this person, but other people I've spoken to, was very, very fucking shaken up whenever the 2 RCMPs came there with the dog. He was petrified. And this is what, in my opinion, Mr. Mathtel does when he's irritated. He runs to 3 things, in my opinion: sex, rugs, or beating the absolute shit out of something because of his frustration. Hey, Miss Esther, thank you so much, baby. Appreciate you. Merci, Justin. Justice for Jack and Lily. Amen. Amen. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But if they're not found by this spring, I think some of us YouTubers are going to come up there and fucking stay a month if we have to. And he was mad at his mom because they were supposed to get his car from the impound that day. Daniel was supposed to get his car from the impound that day, that the dogs were there. Right? Passion Flower, he has big mommy problems, and mommy has big problems too. Right? But she didn't bring him, so he was mad about that too. He messaged me and told me to pick him up right away, so I did. And then I wrote, so how did he end up getting physical with you? Like, if you're comfortable with saying, I asked her. How did he get so triggered to lay hands on you? And I asked, was it impounded by a ticket? Right? And then let me find the next message 1 second so I can find the next message. I'm so happy that both of these ladies are out living a healthy life now without the Mathtel. Let me tell you something. They all are. They all are traumatized from the Mathtel. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Right? We were down a dirt road and I left my keys in the ignition when we were doing stuff, and my battery died. It was still light outside and I wanted to go get someone to jumpstart it that night. And he grabbed my arm and said, we're going to wait until the morning. Maybe, Tam. Maybe. It's very interesting, isn't it? Yes. From him driving down on a one-way the wrong way. That's why Daniel got his car impounded, was because he was driving down a one-way the wrong way. And it was something with his license or his something. Yeah. And I put, he didn't want to get you a jump, ? What's wrong with getting a jump? And she said, when I was with him, when he was driving, he didn't drive like too crazy because he had a bad tire and he couldn't drive real crazy at that time. Okay. All right. Next one here. One second. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Share the live out. Share the live. Share the live. Here's the next one. When I was with him, when he was driving, he didn't drive crazy because he had one bad tire. He would swerve to avoid bumps, though. So it probably looked like he was driving crazy. But he was never speeding when I was with him because of that, bad tire. All right. And then I said, it's just so weird. He's wrecked like 4 vehicles in 8 months. And she said, he wanted to wait until morning. Her dad ended up calling the RCMP and pinged her phone, but couldn't find her exact location. I didn't have signal to tell them what was going on. So they almost put out a missing persons report for me. We ended up walking to his neighbors in the morning, and then I drove him to see Meadow. It's 11 degrees here. It's so ridiculous. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Thank you, Miss Sarah. Appreciate you, darling. I don't see how, he couldn't have insurance. There's no way he could have insurance. That's Celsius though, right? Let's see here. 11 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. It is minus 11.6667 here in Celsius. Shut up. Oh my God. It's supposed to get colder, and it's just ridiculous. Oh yes, he could have insurance, but it would be pricey. Exactly. All right. I feel so sorry for these gals, to be honest with you. Because you don't necessarily know what you're getting into when you first, start seeing someone. And this neighbor I was wondering about that they stopped at. Which neighbor? Right? Which neighbor? Well, this is, which I find interesting, to be honest with you. I find interesting. I'm going to tell you who that neighbor is in a second. Yeah, she seemed to know him and Janie, but I don't know how good of friends they are. She had a boyfriend and a little girl. This is the neighbor right there where the railroad tracks is, where the White House is. Oh my God. That's insanity. Forget me not. That's insanity. 33. I don't know what 33 is. 33. That's 91 degrees. Oh, damn. Yeah, y'all were in summer. I love Melbourne. I want to be in Melbourne. I love Australia. So that little white house there where like Daniel, well, I can't say it's Daniel, but the neighbor alleges Daniel came down there that night and turned around right there, like where the railroad tracks is in the White House. This is where him and one of his girlfriends went the next day to get a jump. Okay. Moving forward. He said, I think it's karma. I don't wish harm on anyone, but he gets what he deserves. She lives in the White House right after the train tracks. She showed me where it was. Right there. Okay. And I said, is Daniel and this neighbor, I said, are they close? And she said, yeah, she seemed to know him and Janie, but I don't know how good of friends they are. She has a boyfriend and a little girl. She said they seemed really nice. And all that. Okay, look at this one. He says here, but in my opinion, he did something Thursday night, early Friday morning, and Malaya was asleep with Meadow, and that's how she passed the test. She thinks Malaya was asleep whenever Daniel did something, allegedly. Now, I don't. Malaya said the kids were being very rowdy that night. And like I have told you, like I have covered cases with individuals who are on the math, they want it quiet because they get extraordinarily paranoid, right? And I think that they were being rowdy, and also Malaya was supposedly trying to leave him, allegedly, like 2 or 3 weeks before the kids went missing, allegedly, as well. Some weird things happened outside. That's why I never messaged Mr. Mathel says. Some weird things happened outside. And then they said, I hope everything is okay. And Mr. Mathel said, listen to this. Yeah, Malaya trying to throw me under the bus now. Leaked messages from her. She's backed in a corner now. Her and her mother did it, I believe, with 99% accuracy. Look at that. 99% accuracy. That's crazy. These texts are from Daniel's past flings, girlfriends. Sorry, weird things just happened outside. That's why I never messaged. And that message was something like, they were talking about, like, it was something about drones or something like that. Like, they always think that there is drones over top their house every day. They're so paranoid that they think it was something. One of them made a funny joke about the drone. I can't remember what it was. I'll think of it and let you guys know. But like, they think like, and you know, Janie's always talking about the drones as well. I can't go outside without a drone watching me. Oh. By the way, I need to mention something that I, because if I make a mistake, I always want to correct it. The name, hold on. The Madonna name, that person was not the screen name Daniel was under. That person got the screenshot and put it up. And that was, so the Madonna person, Daniel wasn't under the Madonna. That person screenshotted it and pasted it. You get what I'm saying? Hit them with your Janie. So I wanted to correct that. Someone emailed me. Actually, I got 2 emails, and so I wanted to correct that. I just thought of that. Okay, moving forward here. Did I read this one to you guys yet? Oh shit, where'd it go? Did I read this one to you guys yet? Where he was bent. He was mad that they questioned him and said they tried to make him admit to something. He told me the same thing that he told the reporter. You could tell he was irritated. This was the dogs, the RCMP guys. Right? Okay. Okay, here's a message from the math tell. Well, everything is not the best. Meadow is going into CPS custody. Malaya is losing her. CPS also turned, I don't want to use the kids' names, but his 2 older kids, they interrogated an 8 and 6-year-old, and I guess they said I abused Jack and Lily. One fucked up day. Which I think I've shown you that one before. Okay. this one. This is from one of them that says, people should know the real Daniel Math tell. He's insane, and I seriously think he's a psychopath. Even he said he think he could be a psychopath before. Major Crimes has also came and talked to me and recorded everything, and encouraged me to charge him with the bruises. Oh crap. With the bruises and all that. They definitely don't think Daniel is innocent. They just don't have proof. But his dad was a trapper when he was young, so they know how to get rid of bones and bodies, meaning when Daniel was young. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me see if there's any more. Okay. All right. Here's the one girl. If you are, if you don't like to see bruising or anything, then this probably isn't for you. Just bear with me 1 second. And I asked her, like, are these really real? And, she was scared, actually, when she was going through all of her stuff. And Daniel was threatening to call CPS on her, and she was scared of all that. Let me just take these damn things off so you can see them better. This is when they were down, going to bed, joyous night, darling, love you. This is when they were down there when the day, well, it says here, I think he was only physical the day they went, when the cadaver dogs were there. I think that says a lot, in my opinion. I think that says quite a bit. Right? There was a lot going on. The cadaver dogs were there. Daniel was stressed because they said they didn't believe him, and that they don't believe, well, Daniel says, if they flat out said, we believe you did something to the kids Thursday night into Friday morning. He was physical the day they went when the cadaver dogs were there. He left other bruises from which I showed Major Crimes as well, but those What does this say? But those weren't from sex, and yes, I picked him up after the handler questioned him on September 23rd. I can't tell you my sources, my dear. So, yep. Need to make public health and safety poster with his image and a warning. Yeah, if you're in a 40-mile radius of Lansdowne Station, one before, one after. One before, one after. Yeah, math doesn't bother him because you know why? He's super math-del. Super math-del. If the math's a knockin'. If the math's a rockin', don't come a knockin'. I think that's when he was taking them out, Baba. I think that's when he flicked on the light in the bedroom. He might have at that time. He might have at that time. I think this is one of the most important. Hold on. Let me find it here. Interviews that he did. Let me see here. Daniel can't help it because he thinks he's just that great, right? He thinks he's truly just that great. Let me find it here. Damn, where the freak is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Now, I just want you to see this afterwards. It's just so important. I just can't stress it enough compared to what these women said, especially this one.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking and saddening to hear what the words that came out of his mouth. And
now, does anyone believe for a second that, thank you for being 688, someone streaming me on Facebook who's streaming me on Facebook. I'm streaming myself on Facebook. Maybe. No, I'm not streaming myself on Facebook right now. Was he seeing more? Oh, he's constantly seeing more than one girl. Constantly. Okay.
for me, all I was trying to do was ever help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that.
I'm on two streams, but I'm
sad.
not on Facebook right now.
What did he say?
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail.
This is so important, and I just learned this last night. I just realized this last night. Hiker, welcome to the Pearl family, my love. Appreciate you. Welcome, my dear. Welcome, my dear. Welcome, Hiker. Appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. He says right here, they said, we believe you did something to Jack and Lily Thursday night into Friday morning. You were asleep, Daniel, pretty much Friday morning, right? You were asleep Friday morning, Daniel. Unless you weren't. Unless you weren't. Now, why would they think you did something to them Thursday evening into Friday morning? Well, that wouldn't be them walking off. And again, this is not me saying this. This is from his lips. Into Friday morning. Well, you said you go to bed like right around. Well, no, actually, it doesn't. You say you flick on the light around midnight or a little after midnight, and then a little while later you go to bed. But you know they've interviewed the neighbors again, from what I understand, about what they saw that night. Oh, just a while back. hmm So you cannot convince me that Miss Junkyard Janie doesn't know something too. And I'm telling you, I know, I know it would be hard to throw your son under the bus if that's what you feel. But if you know something, even if you know he left that house that night, because in my opinion, how are they going to know? How does RCMP know about Thursday night? I mean, he's not giving enough detail, but they're saying, we think you did something to the kids Thursday night into Friday morning. I would too. It's nothing that I would find pleasure in, but right is right. Justin, do you remember? I know he said a whole lot of these stories, but I remember he said that Jack was up past midnight. I promise you I heard it. Yes, I do remember that, but I cannot find it fucking anywhere. I don't remember. I don't know about that. But there are some things that I know, but I just can't say. But what I was getting at, into Friday morning. Well, if they think Daniel, and again, his words, did something to the kids Thursday night into Friday morning, then that means either they're messing with him or they know that he was out and about Friday in the early hours of the morning, or Malia told them. And Malia's working with them. One or the other. Oh, I do believe these guys pressured him. Because they talked about the stove too, which I found interesting. He says the RCMP there is really good to him, right? But I don't believe these two are the only two that's ever, pressed on him and blamed him. I think he's in all of them, Mohawk. He's in all of them. He's watching me right now. I guarantee you that.
It was pretty saddening.
What did he say?
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night, and your
Listen to
story is
this.
matching up?
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once.
You can tell he's lying through his teeth there, in my opinion. The way he shakes his head and he flares his nostrils and he flicks his tongue.
That kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details. So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
You're so... Watch him close his arms. He is lying, in my opinion, like a rug. He is lying like he dropped the pipe. Yep. I do too, Webbs. I think they are... I think Malaya is working with them. Stickler, he said that something was missing in the kitchen, but he said he couldn't say what it was. But then he said also that the jacket was missing by the door and that Jack couldn't reach it, so someone had to reach up there and get it. Now, according to DT now, he says that Daniel thinks some of Malaya's family was in the house at that time, which is preposterous. It really is. I don't know, but I'm not a big BP fan, behavioral panel fan. I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest with you. I think they, in my opinion, sold out to their sponsors. He thinks that these people are going to fly across the country with their dogs and not know anything about the fucking case. You're an idiot.
Make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night.
There you go. We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Yeah, they used to be good, Gypsy, but they sold out a long time ago. I mean, for fuck's sake. I think they thought Dawn and Candace had, like, Lakeside, where have you been? Don't you stress me out like this again. You call your mother. You call me. You text me. You email me. You just drop in chat and say, I have been worried about my little Pearl. Y'all get me stressed when I don't see you. Doesn't it say pride comes before a fall? Yes, it does. Indeed. Good. Perfect. I've been driving in the snow. Oh my God. Be careful. We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Now listen.
And I asked them, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you.
What are you talking about? I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. No, you were telling them Wednesday was Thursday, according to the documents, Daniel. And you said that there was nothing to need to be remembered. So how can you run through Thursday night if you say that there's nothing to be needs to be remembered on Thursday? Well, then how can you run through something if you don't remember?
Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking, and there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day. In the end, like,
Of course.
cadaver dogs were there.
Family.
They went through,
You
and
all are family.
the story continues. They went an ordinary day. In the end, like, there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day. In the end, like, cadaver dogs were there. They went through, and the story continues. In conclusion to all this, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm still
funny,
helping
Jackie.
investigators at every turn we could possibly think of, and hopefully we see some kind of resolution soon, or some kind of outcome that's positive.
How's that communication in your relationship with?
Listen, someone that has an emotional attachment to a situation, such as children missing, you don't need to search for your words. You don't need to search for them. You can't get the words out fast enough. Remember that. You see someone searching for their words. It was an ordinary day. I didn't think I had to remember it. You don't have to do that if you're a parent, a guardian. You don't have to do that. It's built on emotion. It comes out easily. Your cup overfloweth.
RCMP now 5 months later, and then given that interaction a few weeks ago?
At this point, I go to them. They don't ever come to me. It's just like I have to contact them. I have to go to them. And it's been like that for a little while now because I've given them so many leads. And
okay. Daniel, the math to the tell has given them so many leads.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
How could he be giving them so many leads whenever he's just as confused as everybody else. Right? How can you give them leads, Daniel? Because RCMP hasn't said they have any leads. And are you saying that you have better leads than the RCMP?
A bullshit?
No ma'am, no ham, and no turkey. Sure does, Ruby. Well, he says it. He says it here. He said, I've pointed fingers. Well, you pointing fingers is not a lead, Daniel. Accusations are not leads.
There's only so much I can do. I was told not to pursue any leads, so I'm not the one who's going to be going out there investigating.
Why do you pursue leads? Because you're still out there talking to people and finding out new details.
Dr. Vanna, last night, she's like, why are they so far apart? Doesn't she look uncomfortable, this lady? I mean, probably this lady watches us. I'm sure she does. And, you know, she works for a corporation and she's got to act professional and all that. But sometimes you can just notice. I mean, look what he has said about wanting to R women. Yeah, it's a gut feeling. It's an intuition.
By pursuing leads, they mean if I have a lead, I don't track it down in person. But yeah, like, I'm still open to talk to the public. I have no fake accounts. I don't have anything that would be not under my name. Like, I go fully into every comment with my name present. So I have nothing to hide. People are free to message me whenever, and people are free to discuss anything they want with me. Any angle, any perspective that they have, I'm open to it. And I will pass it along to investigators if it's a solid perspective. Every tip matters. All 800 and almost 900 of them matter.
Do you find that engaging helps for you?
It doesn't help me mentally, that's for sure, but I still do it. I'm basically desensitized to all judgment at this point. So if anybody has anything, you can just come to me, or go to Major Crimes. You can go to your local police department. They'll pass along tips, or Crime Stoppers. Because this whole situation has drug on for way too long, and it's absolutely destroying everyone involved.
Daniel says drug on. You've drug on, Daniel.
RCMP, open up.
Drug. You've mathed on.
RCMP, open up.
That's what you've done.
So what does this tell you now that the cadaver dogs were in, they didn't find anything? Do you think, like, the part on the woods, do you think that's case closed?
It should be case closed. It should have been case closed from the very start.
Do you understand what this motherfucker just said? It should have been case closed from the very start. He is slipping right there. You just slipped on your silk sheets, Mattel. It should have been case closed from the start. That's what you think, don't you? That's what you think. Should have been case closed. It should have been case closed from the start. You're a doofus for 1,000, Alex.
Because with the amount of resources and technology and amount of searchers and everyone deployed in that first.
Look at those. As he says, the rugs affect some people, but not him. Not him.
The initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8-kilometer radius outwards.
So just case closed. We can't find him. Go home, everybody. Daniel's even, I've got messages from him saying that, you know, so many resources have been used, the amount of money that this has cost, all of that. What parental family member, any human for that matter, talk about how much money it has cost? Yep. Yep. Yep, Linda. Yeah. It's crazy.
And it's just the amount of money and people's time, injuries that were, sustained.
Yeah, it should have been case closed, y'all. The amount of money, time, injuries people have sustained. Don Summers' dad, he's like, I felt so sorry for those searchers. They walking around limping, hurt, all that. You would say, thank you guys for your sacrifice. I cannot ever repay you with my gratitude.
And during that, it's just, people should have just opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and I think that's where the people should look.
Where should we look?
Not here.
Not here. Not in the woods. If fingers have been pointed, let's start taking a look.
What's going through your mind as you see their picture every day still?
It's just heartbreaking to know that 5 months have passed and school started, the summer ended. Like, this should be a chance for kids to be interacting and doing kid things, enjoying their lives as kids. You know, like, it's not just all the kids that miss them from school and
just grandma,
community, and, you know, at this point, the whole country.
You know, it probably, his breath, in my opinion, probably smells like ass, dog shit, and pork rinds.
That, you know they're missing.
You're welcome.
It's just like, I have kids too that know that they're missing too. And like, that's heartbreaking for them. Like,
you know what's heartbreaking for them, in my opinion? What's heartbreaking for them, in my opinion, is that they were interviewed and they had to tell that their father, they say, according to Daniel, abuses Jack and Lily. That's what's crazy to me. Guys, in 1 minute from now, Josh from the lab, if you're interested in... Okay, he's not going live on, I guess, summer? I think he's going live on something else, maybe. But he is going live in 1 minute from now. If you want to go over there, he would love to have you. I'll be over there. It would be great to see you guys over there. I think Dr. Gary Picardo is going to be over there as well. Yeah. So I hope, thank you again, Hiker. Appreciate you, my dear. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Is he smart enough to put these kids in some other woods somewhere else up there instead of woods of his property. I don't think it's on his property. Love you to Lakeside, honey. I don't think the kids are on the property. Yeah, I can drop Josh's link, of course. This is Josh from Thy Lab, right there. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about that. Big thing before you go. Guess how Daniel paid for that Escalade? Y'all were going to shit. Guess how he paid. Second. Okay, can y'all hear me? My camera went out again. Okay. All right. Guess how he paid for it. I can't turn my camera back on because it's not working now. He paid for it because he online gambles. He online gambles. Daniel online gambles, and he won $4,000, and he bought the Escalade with that $4,000. Oh, good. Another addiction. Yep. Yep. He online gambles. And the what was it? The Escalade, it didn't even like have a rear view mirror. Someone keyed it after a week. It broke down not too long. I mean, there's nothing seriously, heck yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with anyone online gambling or anything like that, but Daniel, hello, like that 1,000%. Sharon, I would agree with your opinion. And he paid $4,000 for that Escalade. Really, women's wear. Yep, he is. Hello, Leanne. Good to see you. Is his internet good enough? Well, he has Elon's internet. What is it? Starlink. Thank you so much, Leanne. Appreciate it. All right, guys. That's all for me. I'll see you guys over at the lab. Let's go raid them with some pearls. Coming in clutch. I'll be under J for A. Justin for all. J for A. Not clutch them pearls. That'll be me. J for A. Yet he took stress leave from work, so getting free money. Yep. He's back to working now, though. It was a 2006, I want to say. All right, let's go raid Josh. Love you guys. God bless. Good night.